Well, good morning to you. My name is Derek Phelps with Top Talent Search Advisors, and my company specializes in recruiting for manufacturing, finance, and accounting companies. I wanted to come to you today to share a couple of tips to do with your job search. That's one of the reasons that I'm here. I was an executive recruiter for a number of years, saw thousands of clients face to face and candidates face to face. And, we developed a lot of tips, a lot of ideas to help you get hired. And that's my goal, help you get hired today. What do I do now? One of the things that we come across a lot in our job search, and we've all been there. The average person might have anywhere from 5 to 10 jobs over a lifetime, and that number keeps going up. So what do we do in the job search? I put a lot of tips on our Facebook page, Top Talent Search Advisors. I want to share a couple of them with you today. I have 6 tips that will help you get hired, and not even only help you get hired. If you're a business owner, if you are launching a new business, if you are looking for a job, these tips will truly help you out. And they're not just from me, they're from experts, coaches, other experts in the field that we've interviewed and spoken with to help develop a plan to get people into action, to get people those jobs, those top jobs they're looking for, that we struggle a lot of times to find. So first off, I guess the title, what do I do if I'm stumped? You might have been looking for a while. Maybe you've had a few interviews and you've gone on them, but you're just not getting the offers. You don't get a call back from the company. You thought the interview went great. You figured you aced it. You're sitting by the phone and no one ever calls. Has that happened to you? It's happened to all of us. And we start to have a lot of doubt. We start to wonder, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? I went on the interview. I thought it went great. They promised to call me, and then I never heard back from them. Well, it's a highly competitive job market. I have 6 tips, and the most important one. We'll wait till the last for the most important one. So stay with me for these tips, because we need to really examine why we're not getting hired. Maybe we don't even get to the interview. Maybe we're struggling with sending hundreds of resumes out. I had an executive recruiter friend of mine that was actually looking for a job in a new field, had moved to another state, and she had sent out over 600 resumes as an executive recruiter before she landed her next position. So don't be discouraged. Resumes, they're not going to get you hired. But the whole process is what we look at here. We have a process to try to help you get hired. First off, let me give you a few tips of what to do if you're feeling stumped in your job search. And again, these work great for business owners. What do I do when the business isn't coming in? What do I do when I'm not hearing from customers? Well, let's go through that. Let's talk a little bit about it. First off is stop comparing. If you're comparing yourself to, maybe you had a friend that got hired in 2 days. Maybe you just graduated college and you had someone that everybody already seemed to have a job lined up and you haven't had one yet. So maybe your best friend, it only took them 3 weeks to find a 6-figure job, but you've been looking for 3 months and haven't landed one yet. What do you do? Well, number one is just stop comparing. Each one of us is an individual, and our job search and our skills are different from one another. From day to day, there might be 10 positions open in your area that you're a fit for. There may be one, there may be none. So depending upon the time of the year, the time of the week, the time of the month, you really can't compare how your job search went with someone else's job search. So stop comparing. It's tough on you emotionally. It's tough on you physically. Just know that you're doing the right things in your job search. You're following a plan, and you're prepared to go. And that's number 2 is review your plan. If you're in the job market, or if you're a business owner and you're running a new business, you want to make sure that you have a plan in place of going forward and that you're following all the steps of your plan to move forward. If you're borrowing money from a company and you have a business plan, isn't it the first thing they ask for is what's your plan? So you need to sit down and do some planning before you start your job search. Or if you've already started it and it hasn't been successful yet, it never hurts to pull out a sheet of paper and review a couple of things. Review what you're really looking for, what you would accept, what your dream job is, what kind of hours you're looking for, what kind of opportunities are you looking for with the company, and rank them. And then have a plan of action that you're going to take on and go forward in your job search. Number three is really I'll give you a tip I learned. I was about 20 years as a stockbroker, and one of the greatest tips we ever learned was time blocking. And you may be aware of that. You may already know the trick, but basically it's just sitting down each day and pounding out, whether it's pounding out those telephone calls, pounding out those emails, working on your resume. It is just blocking a set time of the day where no one gets into your way. No one makes interruptions. Maybe you check with the family member, the wife, or the oldest kids, and you just said, I need these 2 hours right here. Would you make sure, would you help me stay on task? Elicit some help from your family and say, I need 2 hours here to make these calls, to do this interview, and just block out your time in your calendar each and every day to get those done. And don't let anything get in the way. If you're consistent with time blocking, you will get proven results in any field, whether it's business, sales, or the most important sell is really selling yourself to the marketplace to find that next position. Number five is stay healthy. You know, I think about this movie in the past, Legally Blonde, having endorphin. Okay, millennials, I know you've probably never seen the movie, but in the movie, they basically are. There's a lady that is supposedly committed some crime, and how could she if she's an exercise queen because she's building up those endorphins in her body? Anyway, as the story goes, the bottom line is to stay healthy. If you're out there and you're going on walks, maybe you just walk for 10 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour. I love to hike. I love to walk. I walk about every day. I'm not fast. It's not a race, but it really clears your mind, gives you the opportunity to do something for your health. Staying healthy, you're going to have more energy. You're going to be more enthusiastic about what you do. You've accomplished something. So time block 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's every day of the week. Maybe you're already doing that. So just mark that one off. Staying healthy, eating right, getting your sleep, highly important to help you from being discouraged in the job search. It's tough. It's an emotional situation, and share with your family that these are your top priorities. So far, we've gone through comparing, reviewing your plan. We've talked about staying focused by staying on that plan, time blocking, being healthy, and number six, and I promised you the most important one for last. Number six is you have to look at your training. You have to look at your skills. The fact that you're still with me means that you're looking at your skills. You're trying to figure out what's wrong with my search. It's not you. It's just maybe someone has better skills in the area of their resume, of their interview, of where they're looking for a job, a better definition of what they're looking for. They're doing the time blocking. They're taking additional training and education and classes. And, I'm not telling you to go back to school. You don't have to go back to school. Sometimes it's a certificate. Sometimes it's simple as just picking up that manual that you had and reviewing concepts, maybe brushing up on your math, reviewing your lean training if you're in manufacturing, your continual improvement processes, and staying in that game, keeping your mind busy, reading educational journals from the companies that are the type of companies that you're interviewing with. You're going to get a lot out of them. And, YouTube, Facebook, our top talent search advisors page, there's a plug for you. Just like our page, we've got tips on there to help you improve your skills in the area of the job search. So again, just a quick review with you. First off, like our page, go to our YouTube channel at Derek Phelps. and see some of those videos to help you in your job search, email your resume to me. I'd love to take a look at it and provide any tips that I can to help you in that search to get you hired now. Time is money, so let's make sure. I appreciate you being here with me today. My name again is Derek Phelps, your friendly headhunter. Thank you for joining. Feel free to share. Feel free to reach out for us. You've seen my number flash, and I'll put it down on the bottom of the screen so that you have it. And again, thanks for your time today. I hope you enjoyed these tips for what to do when I'm stuck in my job search. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.